Hey everyone, welcome back to Anime Story Decoded, the place where we break down the deepest mysteries in the world of anime. Today, we're diving into a mind-blowing new theory by Mr. Morg, and it's all about the Void Century in One Piece. Now, this theory is massive. It suggests that Oda has actually been retelling the same story over and over again throughout the series, the story of the Void Century itself. Sounds crazy, right? But once you see the pattern, it all starts to make sense. So grab your snack, Straw Hats, because we're going deep into the ancient world of One Piece. According to Mr. Morg, Davy Jones wasn't just a legend, he was actually the king of the world during the Void Century. And when Rox said he was like the king of the world, he was probably referring to this exact figure, the king of the Great Kingdom, the civilization that once ruled the seas. In other words, before the world government ever existed, this great kingdom was at the center of everything, the peak of society and technology. But every story in One Piece follows the same pattern, doesn't it? A great king, things are going well, and then someone betrays him. A usurper rises. A war begins. That's the pattern Oda keeps repeating. So in this grand ancient story, Davy Jones is the king. Joy Boy is the heroic warrior who fought to protect him. Emu, the shadowy ruler we see today, is the usurper who overthrew the king. And Queen Lily of Alabasta, she's the princess, the bridge that connects it all. Now think about it. The Great Kingdom was thriving, maybe even using some form of advanced energy source from the Earth itself. We've seen hints of this in the murals of Skypiea and the technology of Egghead. But Emu didn't like that. So Emu united 20 kingdoms, convincing them to turn on Davy Jones, and that's how the ancient empire fell. Just like what happened to God Valley and later mirrored in Alabasta, Dressrosa, and Wano. Each arc reflects that same core story: manipulation, betrayal, and the fall of a great ruler. Now here's where it gets even crazier. Joy Boy, the symbol of hope and freedom, stood up to this betrayal. And Lily, the princess, risked everything to preserve the truth. But Emu didn't just win through war. They used manipulation. As Morg calls it, a dummy reverse, or a kind of control and deception technique, just like Doflamingo's puppet strings controlling King Riku, or Crocodile turning Alabasta's people against Cobra. Manipulation is everywhere in One Piece. Oda's been showing us the same trick for decades. We just didn't see it. Now, the other big question, how does Blackbeard fit into all of this? Well, there's a theory that his crew's abilities, especially Katarina Devon's clone powers, are a direct reflection of this ancient technique. Maybe the same type of manipulation that brought down the Great Kingdom will rise again, through Blackbeard. But will Oda repeat history exactly? Probably not. He loves to twist things just enough to keep us guessing. Maybe we'll see the same story play out again, but this time, Joy Boy wins. And speaking of hidden meanings, let's talk about the D. We've all wondered what it means, and this theory ties it back perfectly. Remember the X marks on the arms during Alabasta? They were used to identify who was real and who was a clone. What if the D started the same way, as a mark to show who the true allies were during the ancient war? When Cobra said that Lily's full name included the D and Emu's face turned furious, that wasn't random. That was confirmation. Lily was a traitor to the 20 kingdoms. She was loyal to Joy Boy and the Great Kingdom. That D might not just stand for destiny. It might be the symbol of truth that exposes imposters and fake kings. And what about that hoof of the celestial dragon symbol? Maybe it was originally a proud mark of the Great Kingdom, a sign of freedom, but over time it was twisted into a symbol of slavery. Oda loves to show how time distorts meaning. What was once a mark of honor became a curse. Maybe that's the ultimate tragedy of the Void Century. The world forgot what was real. So yeah, Mr. Morg might actually be right. Not 100%, but easily 80 to 90% there. Oda has been showing us the Void Century in pieces. Every arc, every tragedy, every overthrowing of a ruler, it's all a reflection of that ancient war. And when we finally learn the full truth, everything, from Joy Boy to the D-Clan, will finally make sense. What do you guys think? Is Oda retelling the story of the Void Century through every saga of One Piece? Is Emu the final reflection of the original usurper? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget, check out Mr. Morg's original theory for the full breakdown. This video was brought to you by Anime Story Decoded, your home for deep dive anime theories and hidden truths. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and help us reach 3,000 likes for the next theory drop. Thanks for watching. And until next time, stay curious, stay decoded. Peace out.